3, 2, 1. And good afternoon, TNT Super Fantastic Family. Today is Wednesday, December 7, 2016. A day that I have been known to refer to as, when am I going to see it? Wednesday. Well, I think that question's answered. But anyway, this is Hump Day. Mike, middle of the week. Yours truly, Raven98 here. And as the heading said in the text message, we're halfway through, middle of the week. A lot of good things going on, information flowing to me right up until this call, believe it or not. So some things that we are awaiting confirmation on. Other things you already know. Some of you, the rest of you, you will know it on this call. So we'll address that real quick, bring everybody up to speed, at least up until 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'll bring you up to speed to that point, information-wise. Other info, some of it we're still pursuing and confirming, but be that as it may. Middle of the week, hump day. Where are we? U.S. banks. Same place they were on Monday. Same place they were on Friday. Same place they were past Wednesday. And the Monday prior to that. Nothing's really changed with the banks as far as my understanding and knowledge. They're ready, waiting, everything in place. I think some banks are taking advantage of this timing, if you will, to train yet a few more individuals to have them ready. So I have heard of some additional training or training of some newer people, some replacement of people. So they're taking advantage of that downtime, if you want to call it that. Looking forward any minute. What's going on over with Iraq with the budget? Well, if you didn't know by now, from all the articles that are out and every website that has something to say, I think they're all telling you, the budget was finally approved. And guys, I'm telling you, we were getting blow-by-blow reports from all kinds of sources. Each item as it was voted on, passed or failed, one right behind the other. It's kind of like a nail-biting situation. It's like, hurry up, get it over with. Hurry up, get it over with. But, it's coming in bits and pieces. And then the TV is putting things out, and every 15 minutes, it seems like, or hour, the TV is saying something different. Well, not different, but adding to. And it was just like, reading a good book. And you just want to flip and just go to the end, but no, you have to, chapter by chapter, knowing what the end is going to be, but you still have to go through chapter by chapter. And that's what getting this info was like in the last, especially the last 2 days. But more particularly today, because of things that we were looking for to be done. And it was kind of like, come on, guys, pull the curtain back. Stop playing with everybody. From what we knew to expect versus what was being given. The blow-by-blow of the budget, each one being approved, being hassled over, argued over, or whatever the case may be. And some of you didn't even get information like that. But some of us did. And the formulas, this being happy with this being happy with that. It has been an interesting ride. This week more so than the past 3 years. Still, it's been a very interesting turn of events. We'll put it that way. So, where are we? Budget's passed. For all intents and purposes, everybody now is in full agreement with what's in it. And it is to be going into effect January 1, 2017. So, what does that mean to us, or what could it possibly mean? Because we still don't know beyond the shadow of a doubt. that it means a revalued currency. Now that is the expectation. That is what's anticipated. And for all intents and purposes, that is what is, I'll say promised, using it as a loose word. But that is what is promised. But it still remains to be seen. So, but if anyone says, well, hey, what's the deadline date for this RV based on the expectations? I'm going to say January 1. His budget is supposed to be based on a revalued currency. That's what we were told. And there were some examples of that, if you will, that were shared on, see, this is how you can determine it's based on such and such rate. So no, the budget isn't going to say all of our numbers are based on $3.71 or whatever rate that we're looking for. It won't be that simple of a thing. But for those who know how to extrapolate, if you will, and do calculations on some expenditure items, and I don't know how much revealing it's going to be initially. Some of that may not be fully revealed until it goes into effect January 1. There's still some cloak and dagger type mentality, if we want to call it that, that is existing in this process. I really don't care because I'm at this resolution. It's done. Still don't know exactly when we will do an exchange, but I have my expectations. Am I still looking at this week? I sure am still looking at this week until some other things happen or don't happen. I'm going to stay on this week until this week runs out. Now, I'm on this week based on information and other information that gave me dates to look forward to sometimes happened right on that date. Most of the times happened after that date, and on very few occasions, something that I was told happened before the date that I was told that it was going to happen on. So, I'm okay in either scenario because it's going to happen. We're just focusing on when. But when you put all of the pieces of the puzzle together, you still might not have a full, complete puzzle. But there's enough pieces that you can see what this puzzle is going to look like when it's completed. You just don't know exactly when you're going to put the last piece in. But, you know, if you've ever worked on a puzzle, you've seen the full picture before you put the last piece in. Putting the last piece in was just the completion of the job. But you saw it way before then. You knew what it was going to be, and you were at peace with knowing what this puzzle is, what it represents, even before the last piece was put in the center or along the sides, in the corner, however you put a puzzle together. Before you put that last piece in, you were at peace with knowing, oh, this is done. This is a done deal. Let me just put the last piece in, then wrap it up and put it away. That is where I believe that we are, folks. Now, the CBI governor, which I wonder when they're going to tell us who that is. Or maybe they have. I can't recall if they've actually said who the CBI governor is, because the information that comes to me that's on the TV is the CBI governor said, but no name. So I don't know if it's accidentally left out or is it intentionally left out. Anyway, so the CBI governor is being quoted on TV as saying that the rate will be global. They do not want it to float, at least not yet. Good things to consider. Now, this isn't what I would really call intel, but I'm going to throw it in because somebody might not ask me about it later. So I'll do it in my opening monologue. You know, we've had members that have questioned about other countries' currencies and et cetera. And my mindset has always been, well, if they're as big and bad as they claim to be, or as people purport them to be, why don't they go ahead and make a move? You know, you've heard that expression, or you may have growing up. We had one. You know, anytime you feel froggy, jump. And So I relate to that with these other countries and their currencies. Anytime they're feeling froggy, why don't they jump? What are they waiting for? Because there always was the argument, it's not about Iraq. Iraq's not holding things up. Then why isn't everybody moving forward and saying, Iraq, see you later? I don't know. But we did have one country that was dated as supposedly doing something with their currency, a month ago, was it? I can't remember when. Why didn't they? I don't know. I'm not even going to entertain the reason on why they didn't. I have my thoughts and suspicions. But is it coincidence that they have today announced that they're changing the local currency and deleting some zeros? I don't know. Can you put 2 and 2 together and come up with something other than 4? Or could it be 2 and 2x? Solve for x and then see what type of math you come up with when you do your mathematical process. So the thing here is solve for x. But yes, they have announced today that they're going to delete zeros, change the local currency, and even come out with some new currency to be used in conjunction with the old currency. How you like that? Now here's a little bonus for you. Then we're going to hear some questions. I'm going to do Q&A. I'll throw a little extra bonus because I might forget to do it at the end of the call. So I'll get into it now. You know, we've had our banks that we've all talked about and checked with, and banks saying, no, we're not doing it. We're not exchanging this. We're not exchanging that. And some of you have actually talked to these very same banks that have said, no, we're not. But then some of you have talked to some of these very same banks, and they said, yes, we are. And right here at just before the last stop to get off on this ride, another bank gets a lot of limelight and says, no, we aren't. But then to have people that I've been communicating with to learn that some individuals in that same bank have said, yes, we are. And not only did they say, yes, we are, but they said, come on down. Anyway, that's a bonus for you. Okay, questions for Ray. Mac0929, if you have answered this, Ray, are you considering the weekend part of the week? I was not initially, but I am now. You guys remember me saying that I felt that last Friday call that I did, that this is probably our last Friday. And I was saying that based on information that I was given on things to expect to happen from good sources. And the good sources basically is things that they have shared have come to pass. Not exactly on the date and hour that they thought that it was going to. But it did. Here we have an approved budget on Wednesday. You know, the actual date that I was given was 12/6. Well, it's 12/7. So I'm not arguing that it just took one more calendar day to come out and be publicly acknowledged. But with other information, that led me to believe, by Friday, what is Friday? December 9, we won't be doing where is the RV call? I really felt that last Friday. And I kind of also thought that it might happen before I got out of California. But be that as it may, back on the East Coast, and here we are in December, and we're optimistic I'd like to still think that the Friday call is not going to be a "Where's the RV" call, but it's possible that I may go into the weekend and then say that. I don't really know. I'm just sharing with you guys expectations. These are not promises. You can't hang your hat on any of this. I'm just giving you a feeling because none of it is an exact science. But you look at what's been put out, what's out there, the information. You got information that the lower denoms are in the ATM machines. They're just not accessible yet. So the machine is only dispensing what it's been programmed to dispense. Now, could that be that because they want people acclimated to using the ATMs before they really need to be using them? That makes sense to me. I could see that. So, hey, let's put, 250s, 500s, whatever, in the ATMs in the part that will be dispensed, so that citizens can get cash out, get acclimated to that activity. And then when it's time to let the ones and fives and the tens roll out, they can accordingly, it's nothing new. It's not a new process to adjust to. It's just a different denomination that will come out. Okay, let me stop talking because I'll mess around and accidentally turn into Tony. You know how Tony would tell you stuff when you say, "Oh, I shouldn't have told you that." Anyway, Hirakima, what's your questions? Two things, Ray. Number one, have they really passed the budget? As far as the information, yes. Number two, I don't expect you to comment on others into, I should have read this first. But have you heard anything about them now allowing their currency to be gold back? Do you think that is new, and more importantly, is it relevant? Wow, that was a loaded question. I've not heard anything about the Iraqi dinar being gold-backed. I know that the emphasis is for the currencies to be asset-backed, and some countries are adopting a gold standard. But to me, that doesn't say it's gold-backed. When you're backing something with an actual asset, that's saying you have that much of that asset on hand to represent what you're using as money to give it a true value. So when you say a country's currency is gold-backed, then it's like, how much gold does this company have on deposit to back up this piece of paper that they want me to hold? To me, that's what backing is. Now, getting on a gold standard, that's entirely different. That's letting you know that this currency is now representing a certain dollar value equivalent to gold. But it doesn't necessarily mean they have gold on the shelf to give you when you want to turn in the paper money. So that's what backing is. From the whole evolution of money systems, to my understanding, the only real true money in the world was silver and gold. If you read all the history books, that was the true money. And then as nations became civilized and started printing currency to give it real value, it had to be backed by the gold or the silver that a country would have on deposit for exchange of goods and services country to country throughout the world. That's my loose understanding of that. So when a person says something is backed, asset backed, okay, there's a whole lot of different assets of real true value that you can use for your currency system. But when you say gold back, if that's what you really mean, then that means that the gold is backing it. So could I be 100% wrong? Probably. Kind of doubt it, but could be. Patty, what's your question? If the RV is not in the budget, can it still RV? Yes, it can. The budget, let me see how I want to phrase this. The RV doesn't have to wait for a budget to exist. And likewise, a budget does not have to wait for an RV to exist. But the information that was communicated to us was that this particular budget would be reflective of the new RV rate. So the excitement about the budget for me is it's supposed to show proof, positive proof of a public acknowledgement of revaluing the currency because it's in their budget, if that is all true. So we'll have people that will now try to decipher the budget as best they can, take it apart, do the mathematical computations to determine what that actual value is of the currency that the budget is based on. That remains to be seen. Or someone may have the immediate answer when I conclude from this call. I don't know. All I can tell you is what I expect based on what I'm being told. And when people that are over there are saying the new rate's going to be in the budget, I'm not asking them to show me 371 in print or 87 cents in print or $1.13 in print. It's through the calculations, and the value of the currency should be reflected in expenditures and receivables. And that's a lot of work. And do I intend to do any of that? Bishop Bullwinkle to that question. Other folks will do that, and they'll just tell me the results. So I'm at peace with that. TNDR asked, number one, let's see, there are whispers of a rate on the CBI site on the Arabic side of about a 1-to-1 ratio. If so, does this represent an RI rate? TNDR, I don't know what it really represents if it is there. Now, information that has come to me is that that information was pulled from spreadsheets of calculations that may or may not be on the site for you to easily see and extrapolate. But if it is there, I don't know that it is representative of an RI. I would assume so, because my thought basis would be that Iraq would RI its currency before it RVs its currency, just based on its own constitutional laws of time periods that have to elapse between changing currency values from an RV standpoint. Now with an RI, I don't know of any time constraints. You can change it at will, I guess. But with the RV, if you guys remember some time back, we were under some law that there's a 90-day wait before they can change it again if it's an RV rate. Anyway, number two, does this rate have to be in place or float for a period of time before it rises? I don't know any information on what it has to do. You're definitely going to be a wait and see with that one. Or someone may have that information, but I'm a wait and see person on that because I can't do anything with the information anyway. But wait and see and then move accordingly. Number four, why do you like this week? Because that's what I was told. I was told this week. Look for the budget to be passed, for it to come out, for the lower denoms to come out, for the people to have their money. I was told to look for all of that this week. And it's this week. And we're halfway through this week, and part of what they told me to look for has materialized. Now we just wait on the rest. Let me go to BAP, B-A-P. Number one, what is the most positive thing that has happened in the past few days that you believe has brought us closer to the RV? The most positive thing that has happened is things that I had been told you now are getting public validation of it. So I guess I would call that the most positive. Because the RV itself, I already know that it's here, that it's happened, that it's done. We're just waiting on it. So I don't view that as the most positive at the moment. But just that private information is now coming public. That's the most positive thing for me. Number two, have you been made aware of any updated exchange information or procedures? I have not been made of any updated exchange procedures, but I have learned of some people Hold up. Let me think this for a second. I don't want to put out too much. I'll just say some people. I do know of some people who have appointments scheduled this week for one of two purposes. Either to go in and do an exchange or to receive updated information on the procedures. So, time will tell. Surprise. Let's see what surprise. You left me a paragraph here to read. Okay. Surprise. So I need to ask one important question from you today. What would it be and what is the answer? Okay. The important question for today was, did the budget get passed? And the answer was yes. So, asked and answered. We covered that. Now, as far as Tony coming on the call and using a different name, that would not be necessary. Tony comes on the call, you're going to know it's him. He's going to say it's him. If he doesn't, I will say, hey guys, Tony, talk to you. So we don't have to worry about that being an issue. He's still enjoying rest and relaxation, and believe it or not, I got him working doing some other stuff. But and I'm enjoying that at the moment, because while I'm still the sheriff of this town, I get to put other people to work and say, hey, I need this, I need that, get this done, get that done. But we're having fun. He's having fun, so we'll see. He may, I don't know. Hey, you know, each call is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. JJ Beck 64. Let's see what your question is. Article 1 of the budget has the exchange rate of 1182 dinar to $1 US. This appears to be the old rate. How can the government change the rate after it's published in the Gazette and becomes law? Just like any other laws that have been changed, I guess. I don't know. I can't argue with you on that. I'm just waiting to see. I'll know what I was told to expect, and that's what I'm waiting on. So we'll see. Hi, Jack. Ray, on Monday's call, you said that you were waiting confirmation on Intel. Can you share what that was? That was about some banking that turned out to be false. And so that's why it was good not to even mention it. It was some false information. But at the time, I didn't know it. But it was promising, but it turned out to be false. Gator Guy. If we have the Rial and Iran will be using the Toman, do we need to exchange the Rial for the Toman? I don't know, Gator Guy. I don't think so, but notice how slow I'm talking answering that particular question. We'll see. Let's. I don't think we have anything to worry about. But let's hear from a few of you on the call and see what's on your mind. I'm going to. Now, 301, you're at the top of the list, and we're starting to have a ritual of me clicking on you, and then you say, well, I put my hand down. So you're at the top of the list, just so you'll know. If you hit star 2, it didn't work. So here we go, 301. Nope, you put your, okay, it just, the minute I clicked on you, it dropped. So, okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
This is a crazy system, but, all right, so now that, let's see, the next in line is 470.
Hello, Ray. Appreciate you taking my call. I do have just a couple of questions based on what you have shared with us this afternoon. Of course, we were all very excited about the budget and are expecting it to be in the Gazette. But that's somewhat of a presumption that it's going to immediately be in the Gazette. is there any possibility that they just might hold off the actual publication in the Gazette? We know that the bill is saying that that this law goes into effect January 1 of 2017. But could they possibly hold off publishing in the Gazette until December 31st? Or are they obliged to print it in the Gazette the next one after something is completed in terms of laws? Do we know that?
Well, let's just say, for conversation's sake, that that's what they do. Now, what difference would it make to us whether it's in this week's Gazette or next week's Gazette if it's an acknowledgement of something passed that goes into effect January 1? What are we looking for? We're looking for a rate change in international currency. Now, all of that could happen right now while you and I are talking. That's the beauty of that process. We're looking at now January 1. This is all contingent on the revalued rate being represented in the budget. So we're looking at January 1 as a drop dead. That's it. It's happening at that time, but that doesn't mean it can't happen before then. And publishing of the Gazette won't change the January 1 deadline, whether it's in today's Gazette or next week's or any other time that they publish it. As long as they publish it before January 1, then we'll know that that is law and that will stick.
Okay.
Or at least that's my perception. And, of course, now my perception is not based on my extreme intellect of what goes on in Iraq. It's based on what I'm being told.
Right, right. And what you're being told, if I can read my handwriting here, you are anticipating that this call on December 7th may well be the last pre-RV call, that you are finding the likelihood of a call like of this nature on Friday is not going to necessarily be a pre-RV call at that point. Did I hear you properly?
I am still of that thought process.
Okay.
Nothing guaranteed, but I am of that thought process.
Great, great. Because at this point, with all of the focus that we've had on the budget here, it's like, what, if anything, is left for Iraq to do? Have they even said anything, or it's like we've now done everything, we just wait?
And for all we know, there could have been a scapegoat anyway. And
I like reading between the lines.
And the liberating of cities also could have been a scapegoat anyway.
Yes.
I'm just saying,
It's like looking at the pictures that are accompany a lot of these articles. It's sort of, I swear I saw that picture used 3 weeks ago. I swear I read that article 3 weeks ago, and they're just changing the date. So I hear what you're saying with that respect. So, well, sir, that is what I had in the way of questions for today. So let me close out with Vegas, 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 and the verification, negotiation, diversification. I think we need to really get that down pat if we're going to be going to the banks within the next 48 hours or so. And, of course, looking forward to the TNT Super Fantastic Project, 10 days post-RV. That's going to be exciting. Appreciate that. And thanks again, Ray, for all you do. Thank you.
Now, also, don't be surprised if when all this is said and done, we find out that someone similar to David Copperfield had been a consultant. Now, I know you can read through that line. You'll get it.
Okay. And if not, I'm going to go back and re-listen to this. I appreciate your cryptic messages, Ray. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Have a great day.
All right. Let's see. Now the crazy internet went out again. I know one thing I'm going to do post-RV. I'm going to buy my own T1 line. That's for certain. Okay. Looks like it just came back. You have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. I think the board's back. Now let's see our next caller. Let's see if is this going to work? Come on, board. 1 second, everyone. And that's to reacquired signal. Take just another minute to get control of the board again so I can go to the next caller. And it's taking the internet a second to kick back in. Let me review my notes. See if I missed anything for you guys. No, can't talk about that. I thought I could buy a little time here and get the service back up. Need to check with these guys. I wonder, it seems like every time I do a call, the internet goes out in 15 minutes. Oh, wait a minute. I think it worked. There it is. Okay, 202, you're on.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. I just had one question. I wanted to know if the dinar I know at one point in time the Don was supposed to go with the dinar. Is that still the case, or it might just be the dinar?
That is still the expectation.
Okay.
I've not heard anything contrary.
Okay. That's the only question I had. So I'll say Vegas, Vegas, Vegas for everybody. I'm not going to Vegas, but I hope you all have a good time in Vegas.
Well, thank you very much.
All right. Have a good day.
All right, you too. Let's see. Next caller up. 410. You're on. Maryland.
Hey, Ray. Hey. Thanks for taking my call. Great information you provided us today. I'm super excited about some of the information. I just had a couple of questions and a comment. Were there any verification on any fields being distributed throughout the country in Iraq yet?
On fields?
Yes.
Is that what? No, I've not received any information solidly confirming fields or in distribution in the citizens' hands.
Okay. Thank you. I know you mentioned about a currency that has decided to kind of put their hat in the ring of things and talking about deleting some zeros. Does it happen to be a country that the currency starts with an R and ends with an I?
No, it starts with an I and ends with an N.
Ah, okay. Well, I saw something on Bloomberg about the Riende, I believe it's called.
Okay.
They're talking
that's
about
the
doing the
Chinese
same
currency.
thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, they talked about doing something similar. So I just wanted to, you mentioned it, and I was like, I just wonder if that's the same one. And my last thing is, I know you had an email from Hirakima. I think she's talking about the Islamic Finance Gold Standard Agreement that she's probably talking about, which you kind of touched base and explained the difference. So thank you for that clarification. But that's also on Bloomberg so people can do their own research. So I just wanted to provide that. And as always, thank you for taking my call. I'm super excited. I'm hoping that this is coming to the end of our journey and we can truly have the graduation music being played when we all feel a sense of accomplishment.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you, Ray. Take care.
You're welcome. Okay, bye-bye. Let's go to Nevada, area code 702. 702, you're on. 702. Once, twice, three times. Okay, we'll go to 340. Virgin Islands.
I knew from the window at the internet going.
340, Virgin Islands, you're on. 340, Virgin Islands. Okay, we'll go to 601, Mississippi. You're on. 601. You are live. Okay. We're going for third one's a charm. Isn't that what they say? 918, Oklahoma. What's going on?
Thank you, Ray. Thanks for taking my call.
Hey. Hello, sir. How are you?
Fine. I just kept my hand up. You've answered the questions I had. I was going to ask about Moselle, lower denominations, Gazette, CBI governor. I think those have pretty well been answered. And then you addressed the new banking procedure that turned out to be false. Listening as we're getting, this thing is winding down, apparently, and talking to one of my buddies the last couple of days who's in a group, the Admiral group, we were talking and we decided, out of everyone that performs the duty you do, you're the most consistent, helpful, no hype, and even though you'll bring something that people don't like, you always bring the truth. And I told him today, I said, well, if I get on the call and we discuss this, and since it's coming to an end, through this whole ride, and you might know, because you're in the know, through all this, different sites, different people have come and gone, but what was the need, Ray, for the misinformation, the exotic intel? I just really found that to a lot of people that are really hurting, knock on wood, I'm not one of them, that was nothing but downright cruel. And my question to you, of course, you never engaged in any of that, you're head and shoulders above, but why did that take place? I mean, what did that accomplish?
The only answer I could give you is what would have motivated me to do something like that. And it would be money. If I could make money from something like that, then that would motivate me to do it. Not so much lie to you on purpose, but to do all types of crazy things that will make you come to me. And if I'm making money by you coming to me, to my site, to my call, if I'm getting paid every time you click on my site, I will do crazy kind of things to draw you in. And I might even go so far as to say, well, if they're crazy enough to believe it, then let them come on, so I'm going to get paid. Some people feel that way. They don't really think about, what am I doing to somebody emotionally? Am I really damaging them? I'm not saying they don't care. I'm just saying that I don't think they think about that part of it. And you have to, whenever you are a recognized source, a voice that a lot of people want to listen to, whether you meant for it to happen or not, you have to also consider the responsibility that goes with a lot of people are listening to what I say. And if it's something good and wholesome for them, it's going to be good for them. But if it's something reckless, it's going to be hurtful, and not just to one or two, to hundreds or thousands. Well, and I honestly believe that some of those folks that do those types of things, they don't take that into consideration, that this is somebody's life that you're playing with. But you just, maybe they don't realize it. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt to say they don't realize that. I won't go so far as to say they don't care.
Yeah, I would agree with you. And me and my buddy talked about this at length, and we kept saying, well, what's doing this? And we came to that same conclusion. Either they're getting paid or to make money, but, and this is for everyone listening to this call, everyone out there. And I know people have gone around, and I'll say it, I started doing that just out of curiosity. But it got so outlandish, and it was right there in my face. The only one giving us the truth throughout this whole venture was the TNT. It started with Tony, and you took it over, and see that's the difference. you're not only giving us the truth. Sometimes we don't like that, but hey, you're telling it like it is. But you do care about people. And some of this other stuff that went on, I'll tell you, there's going to be some people out there, if some of this exotic, quote, intel doesn't come true, they're going to be devastated. And maybe they were gullible, but they were drawn in, and the people that did it, unconscionable, you know. But
I agree with
that
you.
was my, yeah, I mean, I just, and really, I heard of some intel put out, and some elderly woman called, you know, oh, great, this is going to happen and everything. She was crying and thanking God, and they played right along with her, then nothing. And she was going to be evicted from her house. And these guys didn't care. And I'm thinking, what type of a person does this? You know, but everyone should know, if you want the truth and the unvarnished truth, whether you like it or not, you need to listen to the sheriff, and that's right. And really, I'm saying that. All the others, as far as my opinion, they're full of it, right? They're full of it. And you see, I guess we had to go through this, or certain people had to go through it. They go here, they go there, when they just should have stuck with TNT. That's the bottom line, folks. I mean, but thanks for all you do, right? I appreciate it.
All right, sir.
And I look forward to your tweets and your next call. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. California, 707 area code. You're on.
Hey, Ray.
Greetings.
Yeah, just wanted to let you know that today I need you to pull your trump card and get this thing going, because today's my birthday and I'd really like this to happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I would like for it to happen on your birthday too. You know, now are you an open mic listener?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, on open mic we have a rule that we all agree to, and it was whose ever birthday that the RV fell on, every year they would have to host a massive party for all of us to come each year and continue to help them celebrate their birthday, but they would foot the bill. So.
Oh, heck yeah. I will do that.
So we're going
Everybody's
to
invited. Absolutely.
Right. Well,
that's basically all I had, though. I don't really have a question, but just thanks so much. Thank you for that.
All right.
Ray.
We wish you
Let me tell you
more.
a quick story, though. Let me tell you a quick story.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of funny. I mean, not really, but I was at the doctor a couple of days ago, and he was asking me a few questions. I'm like, yeah, I'm turning 58 in a couple of days. He goes, no, you're not. You're turning 57. And I'm like, no, I'm turning 58. He goes, listen, the computer does a calculation. You're turning 57. And so, anyway, that's it, basically. I thought I was turning 58 today, but it's 57.
Okay. Happy birthday to you.
All right. Thanks a lot. Take care.
You're welcome. Okay, now. Bye-bye. 252 area code. Hey, that's right down the street. 252. Somebody in Kinston. You're on. Now, come on, Kinston. You can't make me look bad now. You're in my state. Okay. I tried. So I'll go to 718, New York. You're on.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, I called on Monday and I still didn't receive a text.
You didn't get the text.
Nope.
Well, I'm glad you were able to call in on the Q&A line, and so you never did find it. Okay, let me. Oh, you know what? I think I forgot to send it to this new number because I knew you were going to look at your old one, and I did say I would text it to you. So my apologies. I'm going to write it down again. I need to send it to this number, not the other one. Okay.
Yes. The new number.
I need to hurry up too because we might be running out of time. So okay, yeah. I'm making a special note here and putting exclamation marks beside it to text you.
You said what?
Yeah. So, nothing. I just kind of slipped, but I'll text you. Okay. I'll send you so you can get on the to receive the text messages. I'll send it. Well, you know what? Let me do this just in case, because sometimes I get pulled as soon as the call is over. I get pulled this way or that way. Let me give you the information over the telephone. Do you want me to give it to you now? And I'll still send the text over to you. Do you want to take it now, or you don't have something to write with?
What is it?
That's okay. I'll text it. I promise I won't forget this time. Because, yeah, I'll make sure that that's priority one. I'll send it over to you. Okay?
Yes. And your phone number?
That's good. I'll send it. It'll come from a 252 area code.
Right.
Okay.
I really want to talk to you.
Well, I'm going to send you the information on how to get on the text messaging so that you can receive a text when I send it out, especially the important one.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
And your phone number?
It'll come in the text.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Well, let me go to your neighbor. Let me go to New Jersey and see what's going on there. 856 area code. You're next in line. What's happening? 856.
How's everything going?
Hey, everything
Ray?
is everything.
Hi. Everything is everything. Absolutely.
Yes.
And everything will be fantastic. I just wanted to
Super fantastic.
thank you for taking over. You betcha. Super fantastic. I want to thank you for taking over. I don't know where we would have all been if you hadn't stepped up, and I just wanted to tell you that I appreciate it very, very much. And my question for you is, have you heard of any changes? Like, I know that we've been told to have separate accounts and all those kind of things, and people have asked questions here and there, but just a blanket question is, have you heard of any changes in any of the processes, or like they were saying that you can't exchange more than a certain amount of Zim or anything? Have you heard of anything that's changed since the beginning when we were talking about it?
No, I have not. Now, when you ask me that, you mean from my sources,
okay.
Right? Right. Well, from my sources,
Right,
the people that I listen to, I've not heard of any of those things, sovereign rates and needing to have a foundation or what's that other thing that some people are told they have to have a business plan or make sure that you're going to hire so many thousands of people. I've not heard any of that type of stuff. Not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm just answering your question. I've not heard any of it.
Right.
And from any of the people that I talk to.
Okay.
As far as the banking sources, the ones that are going to be involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's it?
Okay. Wonderful. And I want to say thank you, happy birthday to the gentleman who's having a birthday and everybody else who's having one. And verification, negotiation, diversification, and the big one, celebration. I cannot wait for that one. So I will talk to you later, and thank you again so much. And tell Tony I said thank you and hi too. Thank you. All right. Have a great day. Bye.
All righty. Bye-bye. Montana, you're on. What's that area code? 406?
Is that me?
That is you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I got your information, but I still need to know the time of your program and the day.
For what information?
Open mic?
No, open mic runs pretty much every day, all throughout the day, except for when the TNT call is on.
Oh, really? Anytime?
Oh, yeah. Just about. Yeah, just about. You could call in and there'll be somebody up there talking about something. If you're into church service, it's church service early in the morning, 5:30 to 7:30 Eastern Standard Time every day. So if you want to call in for hear a sermon or something, you can do that. Or any other time of the day, you just you have the number, you just call in whenever you feel like it. If it's open, you'll hear it because it'll let you know real quick. We're on.
Okay.
But just don't call in when the TNT call is on because naturally nobody's on open mic. Just all listening to the call.
Well, I can only be one place at a time anyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I'm always here
right.
if I haven't forgotten. Sometimes I'm late, as was today, but anyway, I appreciate knowing that detail and appreciate your effort, special effort to communicate. I tried to email you, but I have to get another phone. This gave me error 20. So I'm getting
you tried to email me from your telephone?
I tried. But I'm gonna I'm getting a smartphone and I think that will work.
Piece of cake then. All right. I'll be waiting to receive your email. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay.
Thank
Have
you
a good
so
day.
much. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Going back to Cali. 916. What happened? Here we are.
How you doing, Ray? Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Greetings.
How you doing, Ray? Hey, listen, I've been in this for a little bit over 5 years now, and I'm glad. Well, I'm ecstatic that the fact that they have passed the budget, and hopefully soon, real soon, we can go to the bank and exchange. My quick question is for you is this here. The turnaround after the budget is being passed, what do you think that we may be able to go to the bank? I'm not asking you for an actual date. I'm just talking about a time frame. What do you think it will be before the end of the year, or will they carry this thing on until next year? What do you think?
Well, based on what I have been hearing, that would make me think that if what I heard unfolds exactly the way that I heard it, I don't see why we would not be in the banks next week exchanging.
That would be outstanding. I'm living in a Cal Veterans Home right now. I'm a veteran, and I would love to be able to live under my own roof. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that we will be able to see this thing come to fruition. Like I said, I've been in it for quite a long time. I've listened to Tony a lot. I think it's only my second time being able to talk to someone. As a matter of fact, I only talked to you twice. I never ever get on with Tony. But I like to say this here. I really appreciate you guys, man. You guys have given me a wealth of information. My background, I'm a tax professional, but the information that you guys gave me, it just opened up my eyes and enriched me tenfold as far as the knowledge that you guys have. And I really appreciate that. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Okay. Do you still do taxes now, or do you used to?
Yeah, well, I still do, but I do it on the side for friends of mine, family and friends. You know, I'm not, I don't.
Okay.
I closed down my business. I closed down my business a year ago.
Okay, but
So
you understand taxation, so that's the main
Oh
thing.
yeah,
Okay.
you better believe I understand taxation. I worked for the General Revenue Service for over 10 years, so they taught me a lot. So I do understand taxation.
Oh yeah.
Believe me.
We really need to talk.
Oh yeah,
Man.
but you have my
Wait a minute
number.
though. No, wait a minute. You're in Sacramento.
Right.
Right?
Well, yeah, I'm in
Wait a minute now.
Sacramento.
Why I didn't see you? I spent 3-4 days in Sacramento.
Well, this is what happened, Ray. You know, being in the Cal Distance home. Yeah.
I'm just messing with you. It's all right. It's all good.
I'm kind of living it. You know, so I'm kind of living it. You know, I'm kind of indigent, so I want to make sure that I'm able to meet and greet with you guys, and once this thing comes to fruition, and we'll talk. Seriously, I'm very well dressed on the tax situation. So just give me a call. You have my number. And
I'm coming back in January. I'm going to text you and let you know.
Well, see, one thing, Ray, I only can get your text message that a call is being made. But I've never been able to get on an open mic or anything like that. Just if you can, give me a call. I know you're a busy man, and I don't expect that you will take the time out to address this. But I would love to be able to get into open mic or whatever, you know, and try to get some more training for you guys after this thing go into full blown out RV. Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't know what openings we have in open mic at the moment. Probably don't have any, but that still won't prevent you and I from talking and connecting. And we will have an ongoing communication going, because there's some things that you know that I want some of my members to know, and then at the same token, there's some things that I know that you need to know, that I know you're going to want to know, or you might already know it, but we won't know until we talk to one another.
Exactly. So let's touch base, brainstorm a little bit. Please give me a call, please. Okay.
I will do that. Okay.
Thank you, Ray.
Take care.
You have a great day in Lifton. What's the 3-1? Negotiation, diversification, and verification.
Verification.
Thank you, Ray.
Right. You're welcome.
Thanks for listening. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Please give me a call. Okay. All right.
Yes, I will do that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Next in line is another California number. Let's see. What happened? Where'd it go? There we go. 707. Greetings.
Good morning, Ray.
Hey, how are you?
Okay. Ray, the banking rules that you found to be not true, were they in any way connected with the recent post on one of the articles about unraveling? Have you heard about that?
No, I have not. So I'm sure it had nothing to do with that.
Okay.
It was just something that it was something that one of my good intel people was witnessing, and they thought they witnessed something, and that wasn't the case.
Right. Okay.
That's the only reason why I mentioned on the call, because there was a good intel person that called me and said, hey, look, I'm at such and such, and I'm looking at such and such, and it's like, oh, okay, but it did not materialize what it was perceived to be. So,
well, along with the caller who was in high praise of your integrity and such, I certainly want to second that. I have become very picky as to which people or articles I pay any attention whatsoever to, but it's a waste of most of it is a waste of my time. But there's one that came out on Dinar Recaps, and it didn't really identify who the author of it was, but it was an extremely interesting article. and all it said was unraveling, and it was very extensive. And one of the conclusions that it drew was that nobody will be RV'd until all 209 countries have reached a certain level of compliance with this banking regulation. That's the reason I asked the other question, and the first question about the banking rules that you found untrue. And so it was interesting enough to me that I would certainly recommend, and knowing your background and interests, I know you don't want to read all the stuff that comes across, but it's an awfully interesting concepts to present with regard to the future of this process. It wasn't negative, but it was very eye-opening.
Well, based on what? What would make it eye-opening? See, let me think for a second. You have to be selective of your words when
yes.
you got 20,000 people listening and another so many, 500,000 listening to it later when it's recorded.
Yes.
But I'll just say this from a telephone call perspective.
Yes.
Any coward can jump on the line and say something and then hide behind the telephone.
Right.
And disappear. So because a coward came on a call and said something doesn't mean it's something for me to listen to.
Oh,
but now, if a person were to get on the line and say something and it have some substance behind it, okay, you might get my attention because I'll at least listen to the substance part of it and go investigate it. But I'm not going to just run off half-cocked just because somebody said something. So for a person, number one, because they did it anonymous, that tells me one thing about the individual.
Well, that's the reason that I approached it with you with some caution. Is mainly it was a very interesting article, but it didn't have an author, and so when I don't see an author like that, I usually don't say much about it. But I've seen where this same article called "The Unraveling" has appeared on other blogs as well.
But see, I could take subject matter like that and not stick my name on it, but put it out there and be in a position so that every time you click on it and read it, I get 5 cents or 10 cents. So now let me put something out there that's extremely controversial. This is going to upset the entire dinar community, the entire foreign currency community. Man, when they see this, it's going to just shake them. They're going to come and look at it, even if it isn't true. They're coming. And when they come, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Well, that's another reason I appreciated your comments about your position on that, as far as you're not accepting any contributions to your site and all that. So that makes me say to others that your call is the only one I put any stock with.
Well, wait a minute. Let me correct you on that statement as far as accepting contributions to the site. Sure, we do that.
No, I don't mean contributions as far as calls are concerned.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, I wanted to
make sure that there wasn't.
No, the 5 cents per click on your website.
Oh, right. No, we don't get paid for anything.
The right words, but
right. We don't get paid for anything.
I understand that difference. Yes, thank you for correcting that.
Yes, sir.
But anyway. But thank you for all that you do. It's I really have a great deal of faith in your integrity.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
All right, you're welcome. Let me see, where is that? 417. Is that Missouri? 417?
Yes, sir. Hello, Ray. How you doing?
Hey, I'm fantabulous to the nth degree. How about you?
Oh, doing pretty good. Pretty good. I talked to you, a few days ago. I don't remember what day exactly it was. But, I was wondering if, and I shouldn't ask this, but I'm going to try. I'd like to get into contact with Tony. If you could just give him my number, if he feels like he wants to, he'll contact me. If not, no big deal. But anyway, I haven't got to go to any of your events or anything, and I look forward to this happening. So to meet you guys, I just want to thank you guys again for everything you've done for me and my family on the intel and the training. And I just want to tell you thank you and appreciate what you do. So that's all I really have to say. Thank you, Ray.
All right. Now, I can't make you any promises. I wouldn't even attempt to. But just know that you are on a long list of people who like for Tony to call them.
I understand that. My dad, he seen Tony at graduation in Texas, but he didn't want to bother him. He knew he was a busy person, and you know.
Okay.
But anyway, maybe I'll get to meet you guys someday.
I'm sure you will.
Okay, right.
Probably pretty soon.
That'd be great.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Okay. Take care.
Well, yep. Have a good day. Thank you.
All right, sir. Bye-bye now. 972 area code, Texas. You're on.
Good afternoon, Ray.
Greetings.
Hello. Hey, Ray, do you remember, all right, do you remember what the value was on the rupiah? Have you ever heard of it?
$1.05 to $1.08 are the main two that stick out with me. Seems like there was a quote for something a little bit higher at one time, but it was always in the dollar and change range. So I'm going to say on an average $1.08 is what I remember being told.
And the dong was lower than that?
Now, the dong for the longest time, people were reporting it at 47 cents on the screen.
Okay.
And then we had some people that were reporting upwards of $2, but 47 cents seems to be the most consistent rate that I had received on the Vietnamese dong.
Okay. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Let's go to Hawaii, 808. You're on.
Hey, Ray.
Hey.
Hey, good afternoon, sir. Good morning here.
Good morning to you.
What is, I've been trying to get on the open mic with my credential, and somehow I'm on, but when I'm on, you guys are not on.
Well, that means that you are on a call sponsored by Free Conference Call. You're just not on the open mic one. You must have used the wrong PIN number, and it put you on some other call instead of the open mic call. Do you have my email address?
Yes, and then this credential was given by you.
Okay.
So, I mean,
email me what I gave you.
Okay.
And then I'll look into that and then send you, because it could have been that maybe I put one digit wrong and sent you the wrong information. That has been known to happen since I can't afford a secretarial staff. I have to do everything myself. Talk to everybody, type everything, post everything. So I may have made a mistake in giving you one wrong digit. So email me the information I gave you and I'll correct it.
Okay, I'll go ahead and forward back the email to you. Is that be okay?
That would be perfect.
Okay. And I'll go ahead and
so you've heard that expression, so broke you can't pay attention? I'm so broke I can't even pay family to help me, so I have to do it all myself.
Oh man, you and me both. We're both looking for these things to finally arrive. So. But
that's the one disadvantage. The one disadvantage of having grown children is there's nobody here that you can boss around. They've moved out.
I hear that. But yeah, man, I'll go ahead and forward this because I've been like, ever since that you have forwarded me my credential and I've been trying and I'm like, okay, I know the time difference ain't that much. Well, probably like what, 5 hours difference or 4?
Let's see. Well, I'm East Coast, so we're 6 hours ahead of you. If I'm not mistaken, if you're in Hawaii, yeah, I think we're 6 hours ahead.
Well, it was 5 or fall, right?
Right, but
spring forward.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess that puts us 6 hours now because we're 3 ahead of East Pacific, and you're 3 on Pacific, right? Right. So that puts you 6 for us.
Sorry. Even with that, I've been trying to like get in within your time, because it's all East Coast, right? So and I'm where is this guy at? Hello.
Yes. Well, send the email
Okay.
back to me, then I'll look at it and fix the error because I probably made an error in giving you the wrong digits.
All right, I'll do that, sir. Thank you very much.
All right. You're welcome.
Yep.
Take care. All right. Bye-bye. All right, ladies and gents, I went over a little extra time here because, I don't know, this could be the last time pre-RV that we have a conversation. I sure hope it is, but I'm not saying that it is. Time will tell. But things look extremely good for where we are in this ride, things that we're looking to get done. The biggest question is, are you ready to walk into your season? Because the seasons are upon us. The Christmas season, the holiday season, the New Year's season, what other seasons are we approaching here? Hanukkah season, I don't know why that word won't come to me as good as I know it. Somebody's going to text it to me. Don't you just hate it when you just have a brain freeze when there's things that it's second place, but when it's important to make sure you say it the right way, you draw a blank. I'm looking at text messages. King's Kid, why do you want me to put you on a 3-way? Okay, but anyway, the Kwanzaa season. That was it. All the principles were coming to you, but not the main Kwanzaa. So all of these seasons, in addition to the main season that you all are on this call. It's not the main season period, but the main one that you're on this call. I think we're on that season 2, ready to walk into that season. Are you ready? We're waiting. 800 numbers, if they are to be distributed, and if I am actually really on a distribution list to receive it, I'm patiently waiting to receive that information. And when I receive that information, I will accordingly convey that to you, the membership, with every means possible. Text message, email, forum post, what else? Snail mail won't work because by the time you get it, we'll already be finished. So we won't mail it to you, but we'll electronically communicate it to you every way that we can based on what we are allowed to share with you. And hopefully we will receive all the pertinent information at one time so that we can share that with you at one time. And let us be ready to embark on this new journey for us. Most of us, it's going to be a very promising and prosperous new journey. And unfortunately, for some, it's going to be a short-lived new journey. But we did as best that we could do to prepare you so that you can make this new journey one of prosperity and longevity. And it's not based on what you receive. It's based on what you do with what you receive. So we'll wait patiently. And if the information comes out today, we will shoot it out, morning, noon, or night, whenever we get it, and whatever corresponding instructions attached with it, we will adhere to that and give it to you the best way that we can in the manner upon which they want us to give it to you. If they send it. Now, if they don't, what do you do? What have you been trained to do? What was the homework assignment from many, many months ago that if you haven't done that, you better get moving fast? And of course, that homework assignment was to find out in your area what banks engage in foreign currency exchanges, not dinar exchanges, just foreign currency, period. And do they verify on site, or do they send it off somewhere else? That was the homework assignment. So that in the event that out of nowhere we get, RV's been released, currency's been revalued, go do an exchange, but no 800 numbers came out, no set of instructions came out. It was just everybody's on a, go for yourself, just do it. What do you do? Who do you turn to? We tried to prepare you for that so that you could turn to yourself. And you don't have to worry about, well, who's going to tell me what to do? We covered that already. If we get the information, we will tell you. But if we don't get the information, you have to go for yourself. Do you know where to go? Do you know what to say? Do you know how to act? And most importantly, do you know how to be prepared to handle whatever comes your way? That is the true essence of TNT, of what our job was, to put you in a position so that you could say yes to all the questions that I answered. Then we can truthfully say to you, you're ready. And if you said yes to all of the questions that I asked, we also did something to you that you would appreciate. We took away all your excuses for failing. So this will be a can't-miss deal when it's time. That was our objective, and still is our objective, to make you be ready so that you will be ready. And I hope that's sufficient for those of you that have been with us this long. I want to thank everyone who had anything to do with this site still being here today, still providing information. It's changed names, it's changed owners, but its intent remains the same. Its resolve remains the same. Some of you have heard me say more than once, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Well, we aren't here to share with you how much we know. We're here to share with you how much we care. And we show how much we care by sharing with you what we know, or what we hear, or what others hear, so that we can bring it all to one place where it can make sense. So you won't have to say, now who does that make sense to? So with that being said, it's hump day, guys. Mike. Let's enjoy the rest of the day. I'm looking forward to some exciting things to make itself known over these next few hours or days. But regardless of when it actually comes out, this ride is over.